Hey there, so for the last few weeks I've been talking a lot in my videos about how I was going to be moving on Tuesday. So now that I'm actually in the apartment and kind of settled in, unpacked and everything, I thought the first video I should record should be a little bit of an apartment tour. So I am back in Ottawa. I was staying in Niagara with my family to spend some time with them after my mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer. So now I'm back in Ottawa. It's pretty much the same complex. It's the same complex that I was in, but the unit it's like a different apartment, a different building, but it's pretty similar to what I had before. But the main difference with the kitchen is that where this hole is, I used to have, like in the other apartment, I had some cabinets that would go along the top like that, and then a counter there. But other than that, I'm just going to get a little cabinet or something there. Right now I've got all my food in the closet, but that's it for there. So, living room now. But yeah, so I've got my soda table over here, kitchen table beside it, back into the kitchen there, and my acoustic guitar. I'm probably just going to leave that out in the living room. But there's the TV with a digital antenna because I'm not paying for an actual cable. Fan in the corner. I've got all the fans off and all the lights on, so it's pretty hot in here right now, just so that the audio wouldn't be drowned out. But most of the furniture I have is actually from my parents'. Like this, the coffee table, which I have right there, the two side tables are tables that we had when I was growing up. This couch is actually also from them. So my mom, it's perfect for me, but it has, you can see it has some rips in there that we've taped up. And the reclining part doesn't go up super high. So when my mom is on chemo and if she has to like sit or lay down, it's not the best for her. So they got a reclining chair and couldn't fit the couch in there with all that. So I got the couch, which really nice, but there's a clock up there too that my sister didn't want, so I took it. But down the hall we have a storage closet. This is going to be my roommate's room there, so stay out of there. And bathroom, it's a bathroom. I'm sure you've all seen a bathroom before. And this is my room. So this is obviously my desk. I wanted my desk over in the corner over there, but you can see that little bit jutting out from the wall where I have the guitar. It was kind of inconvenient. So I thought about putting the desk over where my bed is, but then it'd be against my shared wall with my roommate, so if I'm recording at like 3 a.m., then he'd probably be able to hear me through the wall, and that would be, I'm sure, annoying for him. So this isn't ideal, but eventually if he moves out, I'm going to keep this apartment and use what's going to be his room as an office, so my desk will be in there with everything. But that's assuming I'm still doing this near, which hopefully I will. We will talk about that kind of stuff in the channel update. But yeah, so there is an exercise bike where I can watch stuff, because most of my job just involves sitting down, obviously. So there's my guitar, bookshelf, and mini fridge. I don't have the mini fridge plugged in right now. I'm probably going to use it more when my roommate's here. And there's some more books up in there. I have a few more boxes of books that my sister's storing right now, because I wasn't really able to fit everything coming up here, and I only have the one bookshelf right now, which is kind of overstocked. I used to have like 3 full bookshelves, and then I've pared down from there. But there's a bunch of history stuff. There's some fiction up top. World history on the 3rd shelf, and a mix of like other fiction stuff and some science stuff on the bottom. Then on here, there's a bunch of like family pictures and everything. But yeah, so behind the door, there's a mirror. Yeah, so that's going to do it for this. Just thought it would be fun to do a video for this. We are going to have a channel update coming up right after this. I still need to do all the AMA stuff, so we'll cover that in the next week or so, but everything should start getting back to normal on the channel now that I'm all moved in. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this part. Alright, so now we've got a bit more of a channel update and I guess a general life update for me. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the goals I have for the channel and just cover sort of what's gone on for the last year and a half. So I was thinking about doing this as part of the actual video, but then horrible cell phone quality. But anyways, first off, I really do want to thank everyone who has supported the channel, whether it's through watching it or through being a patron, for the last year and a half especially. Like I mentioned in the apartment tour part, I had last year in January, I moved down in Niagara Falls. So at the end of 2015, my mom was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, and then she was in treatment for about a year with that. It was until September of 2016, and I was still in Ottawa for that. I was working at McDonald's and then StatsCan at that point. But then we thought she was done her treatment. We thought it was all clear. But then in January of 2017, we found out that it had actually progressed. It was stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. So metastatic cancer, for those of you who may not know, is when the cancer is sort of spread beyond its point of origin. At that point, treatment is generally done to prolong or improve the quality of life. So it's essentially terminal at that point. Luckily, my mom's has been kept kind of under control by the chemos that she's been on for the last year and a half. And you never know how long that could last. For some people, it's a very short amount of time if they don't respond to any kind of treatment. For others, it can be years. And then there's always different treatments coming out. So you're never quite sure exactly what it could mean, because at any point the treatments could stop working. Within about a week of us finding that out, I'd moved from my apartment down to Niagara. We weren't sure how much time she had, so I wanted to spend as much time with my family as I could, and it was entirely because of this channel and the support of the viewers and the patrons that I was able to do that and spend as much time as I needed with my family. It ended up being a year and a half that I was able to do that. So again, thank you so much. And on top of it just being the best job I could possibly want, it was the only feasible way for me to be able to still support myself and be able to spend that time with my family. If I needed to keep a more traditional job, then I would have had to stay in Ottawa. I wouldn't have been able to do that in Niagara because in the first place, Niagara doesn't have many jobs to begin with, so it would have been more of a process to find one. But I also didn't have my license, so it would have been impossible to get anywhere. So really, thank you so much for your support in that. But yeah, so the goal now, the part of why I came back to Ottawa is because if I do need to get another job, then this is the only place that I can really be set up to do that. But ideally, what I'd like to be able to continue to do the channel full time, especially in the short term. So that's another good thing about the idea of being able to keep this job, is that I would be able to visit my family as much as possible in a way that other jobs, like I right now, I can just like pre-record videos for a couple days and go down. It also allows me to spend time with like other family members. My sister just had her first kid, so it'd be nice to be able to be around for stuff in their lives, and it's one of the better perks to this job versus another more standard job. So yeah, I'm going to keep working as hard as I can on improving the quality of the videos, getting more consistent with posting schedules, streaming schedules. I've got a few ideas for advertising the streams just so people have a better idea of what's going on in the channel. We're going to be restarting the Thrawn's Revenge preview series, which are always pretty popular, so that should be probably the end of next week, so next Saturday probably, but within a few days. But yeah, so that's going to be restarting. We're going to be continuing on with the kind of series we've been doing, but like with stuff like New Horizons and Galactic Battlegrounds, I was really bad at posting them consistently, so I'm going to make sure that I have consistent regular posting schedules for those, and that it's not the same thing where it's like a week between the episodes. So that's been on me. I'm going to make sure that that stops happening. Now that I am on my own in this apartment, I don't have to really plan around other people's schedules to record. That's one of the things when I was staying with my parents, that I was sort of working around recording when they weren't trying to sleep or something, or when we weren't out trying to do stuff. So I have a lot more of a stable work schedule now, and I'm basically going to be putting everything I can into making sure the channel is able to continue to grow. So again, thank you so much for your support with that so far, and I hope you guys will continue to enjoy the content as it comes out. And I'm gonna keep trying to think of different Patreon and Twitch subscriber rewards as well. I put up the video pretty recently about the Arido Authority ship names, so One of the things I forgot to do in that video was mention that Twitch subscribers get access to the same things as the patrons at the same level, and that Amazon Prime, actually, if you are a Prime member, you get a free Twitch subscription. So if you want to use that, that'd still get you the ship name reward stuff. But I also want to make sure that we get stuff like the patron game nights more regularly and more consistently. It's supposed to be once a month. I'd like to get it a little bit higher than that, but it also depends on like interest in that kind of thing. Because I do know there's a lot of people who really just care about like coming to the channel, seeing some of the Thrange event stuff, and that's it, which is perfectly fine. But I'm still trying to find the right balance between how to grow the rest of the channel as well without cutting back on Thrange event stuff. So Thrange event stuff will always be a huge focus of the channel, but it can't just be like all Empire at War all the time. That would get really boring for me, and I assume for everyone else as well. And it needs to sort of be something that's sustainable. I do want to be able to do this for as long as possible, and I'm still going to try to figure out what work I need to put in and what places for that. But I did say for the 10,000 subscriber thing that I'd be doing an AMA. So I do have all the questions from that still. I figured out I was going to try to record it as like one long video, but I figured the best way to do that would actually be to one of the things I'm planning to do is every Monday put up a video with the stream schedule for the week, and I'm going to put in bits of the AMA for that. So I have about 25 questions so far from the previous question threads, and I'm going to work through those probably 5 or 6 at a time. And so the Monday video will go up with a stream schedule, answering a few questions, and then if people are still interested in that, it's going to be like a short trial thing. If people don't care about that, then I'll stop doing it. If people do seem interested in that, I'll continue doing it, especially with the stream schedule. And then if people have other sorts of questions, I'll do like sort of like a weekly semi-channel update vlog AMA type thing. But yeah, so that's my plan going forward with that. So every day at least one video, 4 days a week have 2 videos, and try not to go like too long over an hour with total video time, because otherwise it's just way too much. And we were doing that for a while where it was like 2 hour long videos a day, which is not a great thing to do. But yeah, so that's sort of a rough idea of what's been going on, where things are going. I'm going to be putting a lot more time into modding as well, so we should be having more regular streams, a few more of the Monday night modding type things where we'll be doing like live map work, live modeling. I'm going to try to record a lot more of my modeling and just put those up as videos as well, generally as time-lapse, I think. But yeah, it's going to be some experimental stuff coming up just to see what people are interested in. I'm not going to be removing any of the current staples of the channel, just trying to find different ways to explore different things. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, any ideas for anything, be sure to let me know in the comments. But yeah, so again, I've said it like 17 times this video, but thank you all so much for your support on the channel, whether it's through being a subscriber, being a patron, just watching an individual video. If you've somehow stumbled on this, you made it all the way through, thank you for that. But yeah, again, hope you guys continue to enjoy or I guess I shouldn't presume that you have enjoyed it up to now. Hope you guys have at least tolerated the videos and will continue to tolerate them. But that's going to do it for me. So again, thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.